Hi, I'm Jarvix, Chief Executive Weirdo of Make Oklahoma Weirder, and as a music journalist, I've done a lot of music interviews on both sides of the table. I think it's time to mix things up a bit. In Choose Your Own Interview, the guest chooses which questions are asked, using 3 categories. Jarvix Asks, where the guest lets me pick a question I've written. Le Menu, where the guest orders a question of their choice from a list of stock music questions. And the Envelope of Introspection, in which philosophical questions are chosen at random. Recorded on location at Boombox International, the hottest new custom-built music studio and event space in Oklahoma City, this is Choose Your Own Interview. I'm very happy to be here with Klamz today on Choose Your Own Interview. Klamz being, in my opinion, one of the foremost kind of underground rock, punk style bands to happen in Oklahoma City. We've gone over the format. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Houston.
I'm Jack.
Baylor.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into it then. Which category do you want to hear from first?
Let's hit us with those handmade hitters, man.
Handmade hitters. Okay. All right. So, I wrote some questions for you, and I think we got to talk the new EP, right? Smoke. Really solid new EP from you guys. It sounds so good. I'm just really curious to know kind of what the recording process was like, how you managed to get that just really good, energetic sound that not a lot of bands achieve, in my opinion.
Oh, thank you.
Man, it was for us. It was just getting into a comfortable space. We recorded with Talon Dennis, and he's been a longtime friend of Jack and I in Houston, and we've been talking back and forth for years about trying to get into his space. And so when we finally buckled down, we're like, hey, we've got some songs. We want to record an EP. It was just real comfortable, which made it real easy to just get in there and do our shit, just drinking beers and smoking weed and hanging out, and he made it real relaxed, and so it was able for us to just be comfortable. It was the big thing.
Right.
Yeah, we have a good relationship with Talon, and it was just like, I don't know, can we change that? Can we do that? Like I haven't recorded anything in years and years, so I was like, I was blown away at all of this shit. Did we use an actual guitar amp on the first one?
Yeah.
We did? Okay. Well, because I know we used like a Kemper profile or some shit, and I was like,
a lot of the leads were on a Kemper, and then the rhythm tracks were ran through an attenuator on like a high wattage amp.
It was like a Buddha or something.
Yeah.
But I was in straight up grandpa mode. I was like, there's no way that this computer could sound that good. Then I was like, oh, you can pick the mic placement? You can pick the cab? And so like we were just kind of playing with new toys. Like we were all just got in a rental car and just poking shit.
I think the weirdest part was just for me, because the drums had to be in a separate room. So I couldn't see anybody. So when I recorded, but then when they were laying down guitars, we're all just sitting in a room just like this, just watching Houston lay down bass track. me and Jack are trying not to laugh at him and like screw him up, or Jack's just recording solo after solo, and I'm like, I gotta step out and smoke a cigarette. Like,
right.
It was really like comfortability was the big thing. I've been in several different bands, and I hate the studio because I'm just always uncomfortable. Especially when it comes to like, oh crap, I have to do this like perfect.
Yeah, and we kind of booked it as like a whole session rather than an hourly thing. Okay. So that took away some of the normal tension of like, I need a smoke break, or like I need to drink some water and take a lap. Yeah. But Talon and his buddy Lane did all the recording, and then our friend Kendall Stevens mastered it. And he's done a lot of really great records over the years. He's really talented, and so that the recording process was good, but Kendall's mastering really made it pop and punch, and it was something different than we had the final mixes, and I was like, okay, this sounds pretty good. We got the masters back from Kendall, and I was like, holy shit, we got a little 4-song banger.
Yeah. It's really fun, so that all comes through for sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, awesome. Congrats, by the way, on that release show too.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was a good time.
Ton of support from people in town. Me and Jack were super nervous about the release show. We were like moving some tables out of the front of the note. We're like, you think we're gonna look stupid if we move these tables and there's no one
Nobody
here?
shows up.
Baylor was very cavalier about the whole thing. Like, nah, they're coming. I've done this kind of shit. And we were still just like, I don't know. It's 8:30. There's not a lot of people here yet.
It was sold out by towards the end of the first band
It
set.
packed out at like 10 or so.
Yeah,
It was
10:30 something.
It was way cool.
Wow.
I had to
wild.
go put my mom on the list. That was fun.
God had the mamas there. Let's do another from
Yeah.
the made to.
Okay. The first time I saw you was at the Blue Note, and you threw a watermelon on the floor. What? So you definitely made an impression on me. What prompted that?
Me and Jack were actually talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
So it was before Houston was in the band. It was our old bass player Joel Karam was playing bass, and I think it was like 15, 20 minutes before we went on stage. Our buddy Davey walks up to us and is like, "If I bring a watermelon, will you guys smash it? I've already talked to the staff. They said it's cool. We'll clean it up." And we're just kind of standing there. Me and Jack kind of look at each other just like, I mean, whatever. And Joel just goes, "I'll smash it." Like, was super excited. And so Davey literally left the Blue Note at like 10 o'clock, whenever, 9:30, whenever it was, I think, raced down to Homeland, bought a watermelon. And just
Wow.
like, the instant that it got smashed was Davey walked in and just handed it to Joel. And it just,
Oh, like during the set?
yeah.
That's awesome.
And it wasn't really planned. It just like happened in an instant. Me and Jack just like saw it happen. It was bizarre. It was fun though.
You can smash shit when there's nobody in front of the stage.
There was plenty of room that night.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't even like really like. I think it was just so unprompted. Like we hadn't even talked about like, oh, maybe we could smash something one of these times. I think it was just we had built up a weird thing of like, our first couple shows we brought a pizza and just like gave away pizza at shows, and so I think Davey was just like,
We had to stop doing that because
bring food, bring a watermelon, let's do it.
we stopped bringing pizza because I would like eat a slice before I did a solo, and then I would just be so greasy.
Oh yeah.
I started sounding like Tom Morello. Like, I was like, I need to wipe my hands on my jeans before we continue.
All right. Next question.
You were drawing out?
Yeah, go for it, dude.
Let's draw a category 3.
All right.
Houston, you want to answer this one?
All right. The envelope, please.
Envelope of introspection. What do you like most about your job? What do you dislike most about your job?
I'm a bartender, and I like being able to take off work to play shows with these guys.
Is the job like our day job, or us being a band?
It can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, I sell drinks all the time, and the fortunate part about that is like if I need off on a Friday or Saturday or whatever, there's money for someone else to make. Whereas if I had a different job, I'd be like, hey, can you, and I don't even know that much about regular jobs at this point. I've been doing this for way too long. But I'd be like, hey, will you come and like fold papers, do the Excel for me tomorrow so that I can fucking play bass?
Just so you know, we're all bartenders.
Yeah.
So if you ever want us to play your wedding, we can like make all the drinks
We
for
could
you. as
bartend
well.
the wedding. Baylor runs karaoke. It's like
Yeah.
a very cheap package deal. You bring your own photographer. Well, I don't know. I like doing it. I like throwing a party. It's kind of similar to what we do musically. It's like just trying to get people to have a good time.
It's a great way to meet people and push your
Well,
band
the best
on.
thing about our job, and the worst thing about our job is the same thing. We're getting people drunk. So the best part about it is, hell yeah, we're getting people drunk. Some of the times they get looser with the money. We meet a lot of people, make a lot of great friends, and then the other side is some people get drunk, and
We gotta fight a motherfucker.
vomit happens and glass gets broken.
But it's a good way to meet people and be like, hey, you like getting drunk and yelling? We're playing next weekend. You're a natural.
Our pre-show ritual shot is Jaeger bombs.
Absolutely.
We don't like them, but we just do.
We just do.
I love them. It's a hand-selected blend of
He likes
56 herbs and botanicals plus the energy-bringing power of taurine and guarana. Try Jaeger bomb today.
I'm settling more into Jaeger just because they're the official liquor sponsor of the NHL. So I'm just like, all right, I love hockey. I can get behind Jaeger a little bit more because they're behind.
You feel like you're closer to hockey
Yeah,
when you
what the
drink
fuck?
Jaeger.
I'm like, I watch the NFL every Sunday, but I don't drink fucking Bud Light out of an aluminum bottle.
Dude, a buddy of mine is also the brand ambassador for Jägermeister, and he's like, I've got a Jägermeister hockey jersey I'll give you. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'll drink Jägermeister.
I got a Jaeger hoodie last year from one of the reps that came into the bar. She's like, you guys still moving Jaeger? And I was like, well, not as much since we took out the machine, but I'm drinking a shitload of it always. You got a very cool hoodie. It's way tight.
We're totally about brands, Liquid Death. If you see this, just go right ahead.
All right. What do you think?
Let's do one of the category 2 questions.
Do you think maybe this social media one, or what have you guys been listening to lately?
Let's see what have we been listening to lately.
Well, Baylor, what have you been listening to lately? Let's pick something off Le Menu.
I've been getting really excited for The Darkness's new release, which is coming out in October. They've dropped 2 singles, so I've been jamming that.
Rock and Roll Deserves to Die.
Yeah, Rock and Roll Deserves to Die, and then something about love. I don't know. But I've been digging that. The Bronx just put out a new 2-album thing called Dead Tracks or something. The second album is just all covers that they did, which is fucking rad. Yeah,
I haven't heard this
They
shit yet.
covered X, Los Angeles. They covered Carmelita by Warren Zevon.
No shit.
Yeah, and then the first album of it is, I guess, just stuff that they call it Dead Tracks. I'm assuming, my mind assumes that it's stuff that they left off albums or whatever. But
Cutting room floor.
yeah, it's just another sweet ass Bronx record. I listened to that while mowing the lawn yesterday. It was rad.
It was awesome.
Taylor Swift's new album also I've been listening to.
1989, the new one?
No, Lover. 1989 does fuck though.
I've been playing this band Death by Unga Bunga a whole lot. They're this Swedish
Oh my God.
power pop rock and roll band.
The 3 guitar players.
Reminds me of us, just double the people and double the talent. But they're incredible.
Cracking up in a cold one with the boys. That song rules.
Straight up.
And then there's also this guy named Brower.
How you spell that?
Brower. He's kind of like a solo artist, but he does his own recordings, and he's got a very glam kind of Mark Bolan, Slade kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But I think he's just kind of like a basement artist from what I understand, and gets my blood going.
I've been listening to a lot of just I'm always listening to power pop type stuff. A lot of that big Phil Spector wall of sound type shit. Really like Wildlife, the Biters, who, rest in peace, but I'm still constantly listening to Biters records. There's a band out of New York called The Sweet Things that I really like that has just they're kind of like a big overblown Rolling Stones kind of sound. I don't mean overblown in a negative way, but they got a lot going on, really melodic bass lines, but it's just this kind of classic rock and roll without being, KRXO classic rock.
Nothing wrong with that.
Right. I love KRXO and all and Boston and Styx. And, we really heavily fuck with Steve Miller Band, and we like to go see him at the zoo every year with our family. I've been listening to a shitload of Dr. Boogie too. They broke up, which sucks, but their singer kind of sounds like Rod Stewart would actually sound if you just were sing right now. and they're really good. More bass lines with them too. It's good shit.
Oh, God. Cool. What do you think?
Do you have any more from the ones that you read?
Yeah, I got a couple.
I like those a lot.
Okay,
I
good.
appreciate your take on
I'm
stuff.
glad.
You see a lot of music, my man.
Oh, thank you.
I trust your opinion quite a bit.
True.
Let's talk about more music.
Well, what are your favorite places to play outside of the city?
Oh.
Dude, the legendary Booby Trap.
The legendary
in Kansas
Booby
City.
Trap Bar. That's in Topeka.
Or Topeka.
In
yeah.
Topeka, Kansas, home of the band Kansas from Topeka, Kansas.
Yeah, it's legendary Booby Trap is the weirdest little shithole I've ever seen.
It's
and
awesome.
We love it to death.
It's like a tiny Blue Note. The owner is rad, and the people there, like, it's a music venue. They have stuff constantly. And I liked it a lot because Topeka's not like a huge place. And a lot of the regulars are up there. They're like, I just like hanging out here. And if the band's good, I'll watch them. And whenever we played, a bunch of people came inside and watched us. So I was like, yes, Booby Trap rules. But,
Right when we walked in, like, initial opening the front door, you get a whiff of that place, and I was like, this is it, guys. This is going to be a good show.
Felt like home the instant we walked
on
in.
everything.
There was like a sauna in there. So damn hot.
It was pretty steamy.
They're playing like
It was July,
weird
June.
anime, like,
Oh, yeah.
like music videos.
Music videos on the TV of like different songs. So we were like, okay.
Yeah, they were playing like rock and roll and like good music over the speakers, and then the TVs were all synced up to like top 40 pop music video.
Yeah, like
on
maybe even-
shuffle.
I think there was even like
Just
some K-pop
random.
going. And like,
It was the strangest thing I'd seen in a long time. And we tore that place to shreds.
Dude,
it was
and
fun.
they were great. Brian, the owner, has like, they've been booking shows there forever. So they have this awesome FAQ on their website of like, here's what to expect when you're playing the Booby Trap. It's so thorough and amazing, like as a performer, to be like, they've got all of this figured out. And it's like, even if you're just thinking about cold calling them, like sending them email to set something up, there's like a week worth of just back and forth email questions answered, all on their like little FAQ deal.
Right.
Wow.
So you can just get it out of the way.
And we got there, I told Brian, because I do the booking at the High-Low Club, and I was like, dude, this thing is fantastic. Like, it just eliminates so much back and forth. And he was like, thanks, man. It's been like an ongoing project. He was like, I just added something else to that list like 3 weeks ago. I was like, holy shit.
Wow.
The funniest part about that whole show is when we were loading out like 2 a.m. The owner was having a drink, talking with us, and we're about done loading up our van, and he starts singing off the chorus for Hair of the Dog by Nazareth, and we all just went, fuck! Because we all know how to play that song, and
We
we
used to
didn't
cover
We
play
just
it.
didn't play it. We covered it forever. Didn't play it at that show. I'm like, that would have blown this place apart. Fuck.
We're like, well, we need to unload real quick so Brian can hear this song.
Yeah, put it all back in.
We gotta come back in a few months just to play that goddamn song.
Play it first, we'll play it last. We got a hotel with a pool like 1 mile away on the same damn street.
Yeah.
That was very
It's
nice.
primo.
That was a fun one too, because Baylor is always like the band dad, and he was like fairly drunk that night. He's like, "All right, guys, let's get it." I'm like, Jack, I think maybe you should drive.
No, I can do it. I can do
I'm
it.
fine.
I want us to be safe.
And we're like, it's
yeah,
1
we'll be
mile.
good.
Like, let's let Jack let us be safe.
Then we're coming into the hotel parking lot, and I'm driving, and Baylor hops out of the van to like airport
Got it.
direct us into just a normal parking
We're
spot.
mainly concerned with the
We're
left
just
to right.
cracking up because he's like, yeah, you're good. Just
full
keep
on.
coming. And then we're just cracking up, and Houston goes, I fucking love that guy.
Just so helpful always.
I get drunk and just real fatherly with my babies here.
You got everything? You guys got everything? We're good. Let's roll out.
It's gonna save our ass one day.
It really was.
But one time, and that I'll just gloat about it.
We're not going to give you any satisfaction. Man.
He's just gonna walk up to the van, shaking someone's phone around, like,
Awesome. Well, at this point, if you'd like to say anything, just in general, if there's anything you want to mention or plug or shout anybody out, this is your opportunity to do so.
Okay. We got a follow up to our first EP, Smoke. It's called Mirrors. But we'll have a new single out by the time this shows up online. It's coming out on the 28th.
Okay.
It's called Alive, and it's the first track off the new EP.
Well, there's one more portion of this.
Okay.
We end these with a fortune cookie.
Okay, gotcha.
So, feel free to open
shit.
it up.
Shit.
Seems like bad luck.
All right.
This is my dog's favorite snack. She goes crazy when
There you
I
go.
open up a fortune cookie. I'm gonna take this.
There you go.
You can have the piece you dropped.
Yeah, I got it. The world will look a little better with some love given by you.
Not bad. That Klamz love.
We're fucking loveless, dude.
We're just doing this to try and feel anything.
I'm sad.
That's That's a good fortune.
Yeah, fitting.
Awesome.
What are the numbers?
Oh, shit. We bring him back up.
There's no numbers. It just spells out Klamz. It's like, what?
15, 20, 23, 24, 28, 30.
Hut. Go Bears.
God, that Bears.
The Bears.